What's going on, Rockstar Agency owners? Krista Kiefer here, and in this video, I want to share with you some motivation and mindset to help you reach success. What are your goals? That's really the first step towards getting the success that you want. Is first you have to know what do you want. What are your goals, and why does it matter? So it matters because if you don't know where you're trying to get to, I think it's Alice in Wonderland, where she is down the rabbit hole and she's trying to figure out which direction to go. And she's talking with the Cheshire Cat, and he says something like, where are you trying to get to? And she's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter, or something. And he says something like, then anyways, the right way. Any direction you go, you're going to get there. So in life, in business, if you're just happy go lucky and happy with whatever wherever you get, which is great and fine and wonderful, I kind of feel like that in many ways, that I am just very content and happy with whatever happens to some degree. That's a great place to be in life. You don't want to be anxious and overwhelmed and stressed just with some basic stuff, but then you want to have visions and goals for yourself in order to get to the next level and the next level and keep rising up. Now, I don't necessarily want to say in this video that you need to do a certain thing. There's, for some people, you want to have millions of dollars in the bank account and a fancy car and a fancy house. And for other people, you might want to be a digital nomad, work from your van or your RV, be able to travel, maybe have different, like, what is it called? Like timeshare type things around the world, and rent different places and be super happy with that. For some people, you might just want to have, leave that legacy to your children. You might want to be able to, pay for your mom's house. You might want to do nice things to give back to charities or something. Whatever you want to do, that's 100% okay. That's amazing. And that's what I want to help you do in my program and in this video. There's no right or wrong. Some people might only want to make an extra $2,000 a month. Some people might want to make, $1 million a month. Some people might even want to make, $10 million a month. Great. It's all doable and it's all possible. But what I really want to get into in this video, I don't want to compare yourself to anyone else. Don't compare yourself to me, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where I'm at and what I'm doing. What matters is where you are and how happy and successful you feel. And that's only really going to come when you sit down with yourself and figure out what is it that you even want in life. First off, what are your goals? So let's talk about what are your 90-day goals? What's your 12-month goal? So today, as I'm making this video, it's August 2nd, 2020. So 3 months from now, 90 days would be November 2nd, 2020. So let's get into real fast. First off, I want you guys to get a piece of paper. Get a white piece of paper, no lines, no graphs, no distractions, nothing that makes you feel that you have to do something a certain way. This is a bit of a brain, workout, exercise. And this might feel strange for some of you who have been used to being an employee, been used to being told what to do, how to do it, how to jump, how high to jump, how far to jump. Your boss or somebody has been telling you, do this much work, this amount of time for this much of a paycheck. Don't do this and you're not going to get a paycheck. You're going to get fired. If you do this, you'll get rewarded by getting a raise. You don't have that in having your own business. You are that boss. So you have to figure out, where do you want yourself to go? Where do you want the company to go? Do you even want a company? Do you want to be a freelancer and maybe have a few assistants? Or do you want to have a full-fledged, 100 employee, multiple franchise business? That's up to you. And there's no right or wrong answers. So back to this 90-day goal, I want you to literally sit down and write out on your piece of absolutely blank paper, so that you can, write down if you want, write over if you want, draw pictures out if you want. This is just for you. This is for your success. So I want you to be thinking of where you're sitting right now in 3 months. So November 2nd, or whatever day this is for you, first off, write the date and then write out 3 months from then so you can see where you will be, how long that will be. And then, so for this video specifically, I'll use an example November 2nd. That's going to be coming into the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas will be coming up. By then, maybe want to do, Christmas presents and have money for that, or go on a nice holiday trip. Or maybe by 3 months, from now, you're going to want to, you already have your own business, you have your own agency, you want to just get more clients, and you want to be able to completely walk away from your business and just take, November, December off completely and go travel, go take time off and have fun. So where are you sitting 3 months from now? Are you sitting, close your eyes, are you sitting in your office? Are you sitting on the couch with your loved one? Are you sitting in Paris? Describe the morning that you just had. Did you just sit down and eat French toast? I just had made French toast this morning. Are you eating French toast in France? Are you, did you cook your own breakfast? Did your family member cook it for you? Did a friend cook it for you? Are you in a relationship? If you're not in one right now, but you want one, by 3 months from now, are you in a nice one? Think of everything besides just financial and business. Then, where are you living? Are you still living in the same place? Do you like the place you currently live? Is that a goal to live there forever? And if it is, great, no worries. But if it isn't, I just moved, I just upgraded in life this weekend. Officially 2 days ago, I just moved again for like the 20th time in the last few years because I travel so much. So are you living in a place that you currently like, and in 90 days, and don't think of these things as like, how do I get that? I don't know what to do. Forget that. In 90 days, where do you want to be? Forget for a minute. This is where you get to play and be excited and have fun and like be a kid again. And for real, like write out, don't forget the status quo. Forget what society tells you should or shouldn't do. I literally have friends that have went from, being a single mom with 5 kids, just got out of a tough relationship and like literally are starting with a couple $100 to their name, to in the last few months, literally May, June, July. Okay, so 4 months have now made $100,000 a month. And with my own business, I just brought on an extra $37,000 this past month. So that on top of what I was already making. Now I don't even need to get into to all the like where it is, but yeah, like you can see and think that once you have your goals written out and written down, you can make 6 figures a month, you can make 7 figures a month, you can make whatever you want to be making. But if you don't have any plan, you don't have any goal, then what's going to make you get up in the morning? What's going to make you go to work? What's going to make you, go prospect and go close deals if you don't have the vision? So where are you living? Is it the same place? Or like my friend who just moved to a penthouse apartment in Florida, she was living over in Oregon and now she's over in Florida. Or how I just moved across, Hollywood. Where are you living? What kind of car do you drive? Do you want to drive a nice, Tesla? Do you want to drive a nice BMW? Just as I love, Broncos and Jeeps and things, do you want to drive, the G-Wagon? Or, do you want a motorcycle? I have a friend, actually in my program, who wants an airplane, and he's going to get an airplane with, once he reaches that goal. So yeah, how do you feel? That the morning 3 months from now, when you wake up, you have your delicious breakfast, you're sitting and planning your day out and thinking your day out, and you just, hit this goal, you're there. Where, how do you feel? What is your morning routine by this point? What has changed about you? What's changed about your bank account? Within the 3 months, have you moved? Do you have a new vehicle? Are you donating more to charities? And who are you 3 months from now? When you look at your bank account, what number do you see? And these are just a few of the questions. But now take some time to literally sit down and write these things out. And whether it makes sense, you're not going to show this to anybody else. Whether this, just whatever you do, just make sure that it feels good. Let me put that on here. Whatever you write must feel good. So basically, your internal arrow, I guess we could call it, it's your feelings. Feeling good and feeling bad. If you write something out that's like, I want the mansion, I want the house, I want the car, I want all this stuff, I want the Lambo, and then you look at it and you read it over and you say, like, now I'm dreading having to work towards this. Now I'm dreading, like, then honestly, that's not what you want. And that's okay. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, like when I write down, I want this mansion and a Lambo and things, that's not what I want either. That's not what I want to work towards. That's not what makes me happy. Do I want a nice house? Do I want a nice car? Do I want nice things? Yeah, but it's a little different for me, and it's going to be a little different for you. And whenever I write out, I want a Lambo, then I kind of cringe and I realize, I actually want that Hummer. I want that Humvee. When I write out that I want, millions of dollars or whatever, then I kind of cringe and I was like, well, wait, maybe I want billions. Actually, that's not enough. Maybe I want more. So that's okay. Whatever you want to write out, just make sure it feels good and it's something that you actually are excited about. It should actually kind of make you cry, like happy tears. Um, it should bring to your eyes. Then that isn't your. And guys, we live in a society where our parents and our teachers and our bosses have told us things that we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing and how we should live and how we should feel and the kind of car we should have and the kind of lifestyle we should live. And I mean, for me personally, I just want to get real here. I broke away from that. I broke away and I got into the digital nomad type space. And I had a brick and mortar business in the past and felt like that was what I was supposed to be doing. And then realized that I was like tied to that location, tied to that business, and I didn't want to be. So I broke out and I started doing this online marketing thing. And I remember the first year, my grandma didn't think it was real, didn't think I was really making money, couldn't quite see, like I wasn't going to somewhere to a physical business. I could do it from anywhere. And I don't think she still quite grasps that I'm making money from anywhere from my computer. That wasn't something that I could have gone to college for or even really understood at the time, back whenever I was, 16, 17, 18, planning for college. So if you're younger and you're wanting something a little different than society's telling you, write that out. And if it feels good, then it's true and it's right for you. So then we're going to look at the 12 months, and it's the same questions, just kind of something to jolt your brain, get your brain juices flowing a little bit. And then we're going to look at the 5 years. And this one might be a little harder. 12 years and 12 months and 5 years might be harder because it's farther away. And for some of you, you're working 5 jobs and you're taking care of kids and you're doing all these different things. And it's just like, how do I even figure out in a few months from now? So be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, but it is homework. I do 100% need you to write this down and write this out because it's complicated right now. Maybe you might not see 5 years from now, and that's okay. But part of the homework and part of the reason is the visualizing of it is it'll get better as the days go on, as time goes on, as you continue to work this muscle, just like going to the gym. First off, you don't come in and lift, 100-pound dumbbell doing the bicep curls. You come in and you do 10, 15 pounds, maybe even 5. But after a few weeks of that, you work up to 20, you work up to 25, and your muscle keeps growing. The slower or not slower, the smarter you work it, and as you slowly work it and do it properly to where you don't hurt yourself and overexert yourself, then you're going to be going to the gym pretty soon, like lifting 100-pound weights, bench press and all this stuff, better and stronger than you're doing today. So the same thing with this type of stuff. Even if you can't, even if you write out 2 words on the piece of paper, and for some of you, you're going to have no issue with the 5-year plan. You already got it, no worries. Then look at the 10 years and keep going from there. But the point of this is I want you to play and have fun, because this is something that your job and your boss doesn't encourage. This is something society doesn't encourage. This is something that they want you to stay at status quo. They want you to stay making 50 grand a year, maybe 30 grand a year, okay. and stuck in your job, the cycle, the rat race, I'm not sorry, working for somebody else, the boss who wants you to stay there so you can work the job so that he can go or she can go out on vacation and do the things that you're talking about wanting to do. And if you break free and if you go become your own boss, now who are they going to have work, for them? They want you to stay an employee who doesn't ask questions, who does a good job, and trade your dreams, trade your lifestyle for that paycheck, that 50,000 a year. Hopefully it's that much. And if it's more than that, then you're, trading your lifestyle and your dreams for 100,000 a year, whatever the number is. But think of, what are you if you were doing what you really wanted to do, you wouldn't be watching this video. Let's just be honest. So now that you've written this stuff out and you can see, and pause this video, go back, write this stuff out, take some time, and then come back to this. But now that you can see where you want to be and you can see that number in your bank account, you can smell that day and feel what you feel and where you're standing, where you're sitting, like really visualize it and sit down and close your eyes and like feel it and feel good about it. Then all it takes is some simple numbers and some simple math to figure out how to get that. So first you have to start with a goal, and that thing can be massive. That goal in 90 days, if you want to, you can say, don't be afraid. I want to be making millions of dollars. If that's truly where you want to be and what makes you feel good, we can make it happen. Because all you need from there is an actionable plan. To make $1 million, you're going to need to figure out how many days are in a month, how many let's call it widgets for a second, how many clients, you're going to need to sell to and what your price point is, and just do some simple math. Like you could sell 10 deals at $100,000 each, boom, you're at $1 million. And how do you get the $100,000 deals? You talk to the large companies, not the mom and pop shops generally, but the large companies with, tons of sales reps and call centers or franchises, things of that nature, if you wanted to just hit that fast. If you wanted to, make, say, $10,000 a month, like we have in the 90 Day to CEO plan, then, 10 $1,000 deals or 2 $5,000 deals, like just simple math, and you'll figure that out. So it doesn't matter what you do for money or where you currently are in life right now. What matters is this vision, is your vision board, basically. So to keep things simple and manageable, first we're going to start with the 90-day goal. I want you to, it's still part of your homework to write out the 12-month and the 5-year. We'll get to those things later in other videos. And two, the most important aspect, and the reason why I want you to still do it, even for some of you, if it's complicated, it's fuzzy, it's too far away, is it starts to work that muscle. So again, all you need to do to hit your 90-day goal is some simple numbers. Refer to the 90 Day to CEO document in my coaching program to see how to reach that 90 days. During the next 90 days, 12 months, 5 years, and beyond, in order to achieve any goal you have, one of the major things that you're going to need is a support system. This is what our group, Agency Accelerator, is for the camaraderie, teamwork, sharing success, and helping each other grow. And let's just be honest, being an entrepreneur who works remotely and mostly solo does have its fair set of challenges. So some tips and tricks that I want to help you hit that goal is make sure you set your work hours. I like to do Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I don't work all of those hours. I actually work Monday through Wednesday, and that's it. I'll check things Thursday, Friday, but I like to be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just the lifestyle that I want to live. But set your work hours. If you have kids, if you have another job right now, if you have other things going on, that's okay and that's good. If all you're able to do to put towards your business right now is like 2 hours after work or 2 hours before work each day, set those hours. But what I don't want you to do is to get burnt out and like be working 24/7. There was a time in the very beginning when I started doing this that I just thought if I'd worked every second of the day, if I prospected every second of the day, if I needed to take a sales call at 3 a.m., I would take that sales call at 3 a.m. If I needed to, message people all day and not go have lunch with my family or, dinner with my family, fine, I'm trying to build a business. And to be honest, I got burnt out more than anything. I made money, but it wasn't sustainable. So whatever you need to do, what works for you, I recommend at least only doing 6 days a week. If you're trying to just go hard, don't do 7. I don't know if you're religious or anything, but even God rested on one of the days. You need a rest day, and that's in the 90-day to CEO plan. But cut and minimize your distractions while you're working. If you decide Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 is your work schedule, then cut your distractions. Tell your family, guys, I'm starting something new. I'm working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Even if I work from my bedroom or from the house or from, wherever, please understand, like, you can't be calling me all the time. I can't come over and help move the furniture. You can't be popping into the room to ask questions. Like, this is my office. This is where I'm working. Please, like, set the expectations, set the stage. And then 2, don't be going out. If you're working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, take a lunch break for sure and make sure that you exercise and do your things, but don't be in the middle of your workday trying to go to a friend's house and hang out. Like, that's distracting you. Don't be watching Netflix. That's distracting you. So always work in the same place, at least to start. And this trains your body and mind to know that this is where you work and this is when you're in work mode. If you try to bounce around all the time, work, from the coffee shop and then work from the basement and then work from the bedroom and all these different places, you're not going to ever have like a set designated place to like focus. And just at least in the beginning, yes, I bounce around now and I travel and I move around. But when I first got started, I committed my first 90 days to like working out of my family's basement whenever I was just getting started. And whenever then I moved to my own place, working out of the kitchen, and I just like, that was workspace. Like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, workspace. And then I would move the computer, move the things, set that aside, and have dinner and cook and stuff and set the table. Make sure you get adequate sleep, that you work out and you stay active, even if it's for 30 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day. Go for walks with entrepreneur, mindset, agency life, investing, like financial type podcasts. Listen to, watch, read positive motivation, entrepreneurial books, podcasts, YouTube videos, etc. Here's some for those of you who are like new to this world. Gary V. Crushing It. Love those books. What's his name? Brain's totally not working here. A great salesperson is Dan Locke. Yep. Tony Robbins. Motivational. This is a great salesperson. Actually, I have it in a different thing. So, like the 4-hour work week. Think and Grow Rich. Those are just some, like, off the top of my head, some books, some people to follow. Join entrepreneur, agency life, digital nomad, business groups on social media and Facebook and things as outlets to ask other questions, make new friends, and continue to grow. I'm not going to sit here and say that my group and my program is the end all be all, the only thing that works. No, like, it's one tool, it's one amazing place to grow, but you need multiple support systems and friends and connections and potentially other programs and other coaches and more mentors and things of that nature to like really scale further. So make sure to join other groups and stay plugged in. Make friends, because guys, honestly, my life and my lifestyle, my family doesn't understand this. A lot of my friends, I can't get them to switch, quit their day job and go become an entrepreneur. So I've had to go find friends over the last few years that get it, that have agencies that, are out in these different groups, ClickFunnels groups and Go High Level groups and funnel builders and agency and Facebook ad groups and things of that nature. So make sure you show up to our weekly live call. At this point, we're going to tentatively start everything Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time for those of you in my coaching program, so that you can stay plugged in and get the help you need. And even on the weeks that you don't have questions, I still want you to show up, because maybe someone else will ask something that you didn't even know you didn't know. Or maybe somebody will ask something that you have the answer to. And the more that you help others, the more that you grow, you stay plugged in. Someone said it to me one time, With business and something like this, it's like we're a cell phone, and you wouldn't let this thing die by not plugging it in. Like we plug this thing in, we keep it charged. I don't even like it when it's below 50%. What percentage is it at now? Like we don't even like it when this thing is like low. So think about yourself and your business. If you don't come to the weekly live calls, if you don't stay engaged in the group, if you don't work on your visions, if you don't work on your goals, it's going to die. It's going to be like this phone not plugged in, and you're going to die. Not you physically, but your business will die. It will fade off. It'll fade out. And guys, I'm going to be 100% honest. There's going to be many of you that join my program and don't show up, and you're going to quit. And then you're going to say, this doesn't work. And, oh my gosh. But the truth is, it does work. It works if you keep coming and plugging yourself in. Just like a phone, if you called Apple or Android, whatever, and said, this is a stupid thing, it doesn't work, and I want a refund, and they're going to say, well, have you ever plugged it in? And you say, no, they're not going to give you a refund for that. They're not going to, like, this does work. You just have to plug it in. If you're not plugging in to your business and your agency and growing your dreams, they're going to die. So the next thing I want is for you to create a vision board for your next 90 days. What we shared earlier, what you wrote out, go to the drugstore and get a whiteboard poster and get some magazines and literally put your vision and your goals up in front of where you're working so you can see them every day. And then if you need, put another one up, or maybe put it up by your bed, because something I love to do is I love to go when I get frustrated or confused or I'm not sure what I need to do, I'll go lay down in bed, and I won't go to sleep, but I'll lay down and just, it's where I can kind of relax for a minute. I can kind of think this thing through. And if you have your vision board where you see it every night and every morning when you wake up and when you go into bed, that'll remind you. It'll remind you to get up, to get out of bed at 6 a.m. if you have to go for a run, to get your walk in, to get your exercise done, to get your breakfast, to listen to your morning motivation stuff, do all the things you need to do before you start work. That might be the thing that helps you keep going on your frustrated days. Then every day, make sure that you take at least 15 to 20 minutes, just because they say, like scientists and stuff say that if you don't do at least 15, it's just, you don't even get in the zone by that time. If you try to do 5 minutes or 10 minutes of meditation, it's kind of like pointless because you're not even in that zone. So 15 minutes minimum, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, freaking amazing, to meditate and visualize your goals. If you're seeing yourself closing deals, seeing your bank account rise, seeing happy clients, and seeing your success, the people who visualize and see that success on a regular basis actually make it happen faster, easier, better, stronger. So then follow the formula laid out in the 90-day plan, 90-day to CEO plan, and modify it for your needs. If you want to make 10 grand a month, follow it. If you want to make 20 grand a month, follow that. Or modify it, double the numbers. If you want to make 30, 40, 50 grand a month, modify the numbers, and then jump in the group, jump in my private Slack channel that we have for this, and ask, hey, how do I work? I'm trying to make, 6 figures a month. I'm trying to hit my $200,000 a month mark. How do I write this out? Ask. That's what the group's for. And then lastly, after you've done all these things, I want you to go into our private Slack channel so that we can support you and share what your 90-day goal and vision is, where you're sitting, what you smell, like how you feel, the things around you, the building, the house, the apartment, the tree house, the hotel, whatever it is that you're in. Share that. Maybe you're on vacation. Maybe you hit your 50K a month mark and you went on vacation. 90 days from now, you're sitting there, somewhere on the beach, or you're sitting there somewhere in the mountains. So share that so that we can help promote that and push that and help you get there. On the days that you're frustrated, I can come in and say, hey, do you remember, 3 weeks ago when you joined and you said that you wanted to make this happen? Let me help you make that happen. Let's do it. What are you working on today? Let me help you get there. So guys, I hope this video helps you. I hope it helps you figure out, first off, what do you even want? And then second off, some tips and tricks on how to rework that, how to make that happen, to make sure that you don't get burnt out, to make sure that you stay happy, to make sure that vision, that goal is like, if you don't get that, you'd cry. Like you would rather, like not live than not get that goal. Then it's right for you. So I hope that this brings some real value to you. And please leave a comment below. Let me know what else you'd like to learn about as we grow and build our agency to 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. I hope that you have an amazing day. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you click the link, crushitwithkrista.com. And I'm giving out freebies every day. And if you want to join my coaching program, go ahead and click the link. We'll make that happen. And for those of you already in the coaching program, go back to the 90 Day to CEO program, to this document here. And then now that you've seen this, go through that, follow through that, and then share in the group what your 90-day goals are so we can help you make that happen. I'll see you in the next video.